Good morning, this is Dustin with Orlando Painters. We are here at the Powers residence in Longwood, Florida. And we're going to be repainting this entire house. So, the issues we have to contend with on this project is, I don't know how long, I think it was in probably the early 80s, mid 80s, this house was painted. And this is something you can see, this really thick textured coating that's on this house. And this was like real popular back in the 80s, where this homeowner here says the name of this product. I don't know if it was the product or the name of the painting contractor or what it was, but he said it was called, I mean, look at how ridiculous this stuff is. It's like popcorn ceiling texture on the outside of your house. It was called Text Coat. I remember back in the day when Sears was going around and, you know, spraying this stuff on everyone's house. And there's a neighborhood, Conway, which is close to the airport, close to our office and warehouse space. And there's tons and tons of houses in Conway area that have the same exact, almost same exact product. And I think a lot of it was Sears, and they were going around and just spraying these houses with this texture stuff right here. Now, what the problem is with this is, as you're going to see, it's just coming off in sheets all over the place. We're trying to match, you know, textures on here and stuff, but it's pretty hard. This here is just smooth block. I mean smooth. And then they just sprayed this textured coating right over the top of it. And now here you are 20-30 years later, and it's falling off all over the place. I mean, we came here with, you know, 4,000 PSI pressure washers with rotary turbo tips and just went, you know, just trying to get as much of this stuff off as we can. As you can see, we got quite a bit off. It's not bad everywhere. This part of the house, really bad, and there's just small areas on the other three sides. But what happens here is you got all this textured coating here, and then you've got a smooth spot. So you're trying to texture just this. I mean, because if you have any overlapping, you're going to build this texture up even more, so it's going to show. But I don't think there's really anything you can do. It's going to show. So you'll see, I'll take you around, and he's tried, you know, through the years to, you know, patch areas and repaint, and it's you can see everything. But we're going to try the best we can, and, you know, to add some texture to it and kind of camouflage it a little bit, but it's pretty hard to match that texture from 30 years ago, you know. Here's another piece right here, you can see, and it's just smooth block. And it just peels away. I mean, it's so thick stuff, you know. So I'll show you some spots where I think, you know, the homeowners tried through the years. See all that there? You can see where he's added something on there and then repainted. But it's like that all over the house. I mean, it's not, it hides it a lot, you know, but it's never going to be perfect. The only way, like I told this customer, the only way it's ever going to be perfect, you'd have to come here basically and sandblast this entire coating off this house. All, you know, right down to the raw block. Start again. This here is all like a vinyl siding up top there, vinyl, everything. We're going to paint all that as well. We're going to use Sherwin-Williams resilience on that. On the other side of the house, we're going to actually put a waterproofing coating on, then add a texture, and then top coat it with resilience. And that'll be satin finish. There's some more areas here where he's tried to patch through the years. You can see along that fence line there. Got another one up there. And it's almost like everywhere this coating's popped off, there's a big crack behind it as well. So it's fallen off. We have to patch those cracks so we don't have any water intrusion problems. And then paint. Add the texture and then paint. But it's all over. You're getting some cracking all through there. Cracking down there and peeling. This whole big line right there. We're trying to add some different textures to see how close we can get, you know, the match. See, like that right there, same thing. It pops off, and then you have a big crack right there. Same thing there. There's a crack running right along that, right in the middle there. So and it's the same type of thing, you know. I don't like to say, you know, basically call people out and say names of companies. That's really not my style, to criticize anybody else. We kind of let our body of work do the talking for our company. So, I mean, you go to our Facebook business page and our YouTube videos and the Better Business Bureau and, you know, all the word of mouth, everything. We don't have to really brag. We have, you know, over 30 projects on the books, and it usually stays right around there all the time, between 20 and 30. So people trust in us. We do great work, great prices. And there's a lot of good contractors out there, and there's more bad than good. But as far as what I'm talking about, this spray on liquid siding, ceramic, whatever this stuff is, I'm not going to say any company names. It's like I said, it's not my angle to knock other people's businesses. So, but I've been doing this for over 25 years, every single day. My father before that, my grandfather before that. So I'm third generation. We owned a big PPG dealership in town for years as well, Porter Paints. We do all the work for Sherwin-Williams, all the big stuff here in Central Florida. So this is what I know, and if you stick with great products, you know, made by Sherwin-Williams, you're gonna have tons of, you know, success and out of your painting projects. Using these off-brand painting companies and off-brand paints that some people come and offer you. I'm not going to say any names, but anything like, you know, liquid siding, vinyl siding, liquid ceramic, any of this bull crap that they're trying to sell on you. Oh, it's never going to fade. Oh, it's lifetime warranty. Come on. I mean, every paint company or every paint store in the world has lifetime warranty paint. That's just the way of rating paint. Is it going to last a lifetime? Come on. Nothing's going to last a lifetime. And, oh, it's fade resistant. You could take a $500,000 Bentley, $1 million Bentley, stick it in the driveway. This house is never going to move. The sun's going to beat on it every single day forever. You can take the most expensive car in the world and park it in the driveway where it never moves, and the paint's going to fade on that car, and it's a $1 million car, $2 million car. So anybody that's ever saying the word to you, fade resistant, is absolutely 100% lying to you. That's an act of God, nature. Everything fades. Lifetime warranty. Every paint there's 10-year paint, 25-year paint, lifetime warranty paint. All that is lifetime warranty gets chipping, flaking, and peeling. And 20 years down the road, which if you waited 20 years to paint your house, that's weird. But if it ever chip, flaked, or peels, say 10, 15, 20 years down the road, they're going to prorate the paint for one thing. You know, and then no one's going to pay for any labor. They're going to give you a couple gallons of paint or something. So, but it's definitely a way of rating paint. But when you stick with major companies, you know, my product supplier, my choice is Sherwin-Williams. To me, there's nobody better than Sherwin-Williams. I think they have the best products. the best customer service. They stand behind their products the best. End of story, period. But there's also big other manufacturers, PPG, there's Behr, stuff like that. And if you stick with companies like that, use their top of the line stuff here in Florida, you're going to be in good shape. Now, looking at this place here, yeah, stuff's falling off the house like crazy, but also it is 25 years old or something like that, this product that's on here. So I mean, this didn't start happening yesterday, so none of the block was primed or sealed before they did this. They just sprayed it right over the top. And here we are 25 years later painting it, but they would have painted it with Sherwin-Williams house paint 25 years ago. All this would be is a continuous repaint whenever you want to repaint your house. Say every 9-10 years you repaint your house. It would have no problems. But since someone came along and sprayed this liquid siding, ceramic, vinyl siding, whatever they call this stuff, text coat they call this, now you can see all this is falling off in certain areas, and you've got all these bad, seriously ridiculous looking imperfections on your house. And there's no way of really fixing it unless you, like I said, sandblast all of this off. So we're going to do our best to camouflage it, but obviously it's impossible to make it look perfect again. Where if you would have used Sherwin-Williams or PPG or Behr or Valspar or Benjamin Moore, whatever, this would just be a constant repaint and the house would look perfect after you repainted it. So anybody coming along and selling you on this siding, this liquid siding and liquid ceramic and all this crap, it's just garbage. It's just another gimmick that's different than paint that some people buy into. Most people don't, but a lot of people buy into it. There's it's something different. They're like, it's cutting edge. Hey, we're not using Sherwin-Williams anymore. We're going to use this other liquid siding paint that's going to last forever. I'm never going to have to paint my house again. Come on. You're going to paint your house again. You're going to paint it. You're going to paint it more times than you would have if you would have used top of the line Sherwin-Williams paint. So don't be fooled by other companies' gimmicks. There is no substitute for a top of the line major manufacturer paint. There's no substitute for it. There's a reason why Sherwin-Williams and PPG and Benjamin Moore and Behr and Valspar and all these companies have been in business for hundreds of years, or whatever, over 100 years, all of them. You get some of these companies here and they make some crap in their warehouse, and all they do is take the product that they make in their warehouse, where they're not even real scientists or chemists or anything. They take it down they ship it over to their nearest PPG dealership or wherever, and they get it all tinted. So that's what they do. They make the product and they send it over, and they have a real manufacturer tint the coating for them, and then they sell it on you, and they make their pamphlets and they make, oh, this is the greatest stuff of all time. It's not. So don't be fooled by that. But this project is going to be quite a challenge. The customer knows. He had a bunch of contractors come take a look at this place, and they pretty much every one of them didn't want anything to do with it. He was really kind of frustrated, and he said that most of the contractors said they don't want anything to do with it, which I understand why. And then some of them really just price gouged them to death. And then me and him talked, and I just made him feel comfortable. I just let him know that, hey, there's nothing, we can make this house look as best as we can possibly make this house look. I mean, we're gonna paint everything. We're gonna try to match the texture. We're gonna patch all the cracks. We're gonna seal the house. We're gonna do everything we do like any other day, but we're just gonna pay a little more attention to these smooth, bad problem areas on this house. That's all. And he understands the whole entire thing. Very easy to get along with. Him and his wife are very easy to communicate with and talk to, and they understand that when it's all said and done, it's not going to be perfect. I mean, you're not going to match a texture from 25 years ago. You're just trying to not have your eye go right to it. You're trying to camouflage the problem areas, and that's all you can really do. So we'll do the best we can. Nothing I really want to put on the, not really the kind of project I want to put on the highlight reel or anything like that. It's not going to be one of those projects that turn out perfect, because obviously you see what we're dealing with, but just want to give you a little bit of information and show you some of the other things you run into here in this industry. So thanks for watching this video. I know I kind of rambled on and on and on a little bit. Just trying to do the best I can to show you all these different types of scenarios we run into as a painting company here in Orlando, all throughout Central Florida, I should say. Just kind of give you a little bit of educate you a little bit on it, and show you the things that we run into and what we can do to fix it, and little tips about red flags and watch out for certain things. And like I said, we're not here to bash anybody else. It's not how we do things, but when you see stuff like this, it's a little disturbing. And you get so many of these other contractors that come out, and they're always, they're trying to take advantage of your lack of knowledge of this industry. It's like, I don't know your type of work. I have no idea. You could tell me all kinds of stuff about your work and sell me on something, and I would probably buy it too, because I don't have any idea how to do your job. So I just try to be honest and give people as much information as possible. I'm not going to get every single job out there. I understand that. But I can do my part and tell the truth about certain things that's going on in this industry. Help people out as much as I can. My phone rings all the time. People ask my advice on certain things, and I try to help out everybody as much as I possibly can. But again, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. This is Dustin with Orlando Painters. We're here in Longwood, painting the exterior of this house for the Powers residents. We appreciate it very much. Thank you and have a wonderful day.